Hi, my name's Steve, my business partner Austin, and today we're going to look at how long should your bookkeeper blog post be? It's a question that people ask. They're just trying to figure out how do I maximize the blogs. What's the magic number for word count or characters, and how do I know if I'm doing it right? Well, if you've Googled it, you will find out you'll get an answer anywhere from 500 words is enough, and that used to be more like the standard. It seems like it's gone up lately. You'll see some people say 1,000, and you'll get up to about 2,500, and some people say 5,000 words. And so I've seen all those different kinds of answers. So which one actually is right, and which one applies to bookkeepers? Are all these the same for bookkeepers? And I do like that we're in Tyler, Texas. Being a Houston Oilers fan growing up, Earl Campbell came from there, so I'm a big fan of that town. Austin, I guess, doesn't like that answer, but still a big fan. So there's two types of posts that bookkeepers should write. So, and I'm talking about blog posts. The first one is trust, and those are written for your customers. So small business owners who are trying to figure out if they need a bookkeeper and what bookkeeping even costs, whether they're doing something wrong. These posts are conversational, they're warm, they don't need to be long. So this is where we talked about those 500 words. This would fit in good there. If you can do it in 500 words, do it in 500. If you need some more, use some more. Use your human language, relate to the people. That works perfect. The second post you're doing now, you don't want these to be unreadable, but you're actually doing them for Google. They're called SEO posts, and they're written specifically to rank. Like how much does bookkeeping cost for a small business? What's the difference between a bookkeeper and an accountant? And I am tired of reading the answer to that question because every one of you writes it, but it is still something people ask, so you still need to do it. But it get asked a lot. So you want your post to show up. So these posts need more depth. This is where you need to get the words in there. You need to get probably 1,500 to 2,500 words to get this to rank, depending on how competitive it is. And like I've said, everybody talks about what's the difference between a bookkeeper and an accountant. So you better have that one nice and lengthy and keyword rich, or you will not rank for that one. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Austin. He's going to answer a few more questions.
So the mistake most bookkeepers make, and a lot of small business owners, is they only write one type of post when they need the other. So they sit down to write a warm personal post about why they became a bookkeeper, and they string it out to 2,000 words because they read somewhere the longer is better. But now it's boring, and no one wants to finish it. Or they try to rank on Google with a 400-word post that barely scratches the surface of the topic. Google looks at it, compares it to the top results, and says not good enough. So length is a tool, but you want to use it for the right job. You don't use a screwdriver when you have a nail, Um so what Google actually wants, Google doesn't reward long posts, Google rewards complete posts. So there's a difference. So if someone searches, do I need a bookkeeper if I'm a sole proprietor? Google wants the best answer to that question, and if it best answer is in 600 words instead of 2,000 words of fluff, then you outrank them. But on a competitive topic like bookkeeping software for small business, you're up against like some big heavy hitters. You need depth, structure, comparisons, FAQs. That's where length helps because length in that case reflects thoroughness. Practical guide by post type, like a quick cheat sheet. Personal or story based posts, 400 to 700 words. You don't need to overthink it. Client education posts, 600 to 1,000 words. Answer one question well. Local SEO posts, 800 to 1,200 words, like something like bookkeeper in your city type posts. Competitive keyword posts, 1,200 to 2,000 words. Cover the topic from every angle. Comparison or versus posts, 1,000 to 1,500 words. People need enough info to make a decision. So the real secret, here's what I actually want you to take away from this video. Stop asking how long a blog post should be. Start asking, did I fully answer the question someone came here with? If yes, hit publish. If no, keep writing. Complete 700 word post will always beat an incomplete 2,000 word post every single time.
So Austin summed it up right there perfectly. Did you answer the question someone came here with? And the whole point of your post, and you'll be rewarded for this, is did somebody start the post and did somebody finish the post? If they did all that, you did your job. If they started the post and left because it wasn't very good, that's not going to rank well. If they gave that spot to you and you got a few people coming and going, you're going to lose that spot pretty quickly. So answer the question, do it well, and you will rank well for it. That's all I got for today. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment. We'll see you tomorrow.